So, Diane, you've been allowed to do your slides. Oh, no, we're not starting yet. It's not a test.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you were ready.
I just said you've been allowed. I'm sorry.
I was just going to comment on what Medi said. Speaking of the pandemic in the past tense, I don't think she should be doing that. It's still just as present as ever.
Yeah, it's still quite present and still interfering with a lot of plans.
Well, none of us are sick. So we're happy about that. Hi, Chuck.
Hi, Bill.
Hi, Gina.
Hey.
Hey, Paul, is that your backyard?
Yeah, that's
I
right.
love it, man.
The view out my back door.
So,
Paul must be in a different part of the country because he's got a sunrise or a sunset there behind him. So
That is sunset. Yeah, that's right. Oh,
it's probably in Australia.
You caught me.
Is that Tom that I see there? Yeah. Hello, Tom.
Oh, hi, Tom. He's muted.
Mary, present yourself.
Oh, there's Tom.
Well, it's good to see Bob Church. Bob, is this the first time you've been on with video? I might have missed it last time.
The first one.
Well, it's good to see you. Glad to actually see you.
Surprise when I got it.
And the really exciting news is he did it all on his own.
Great.
Mary.
Mary. Hi, Mary.
Hello.
Hello, Mary.
Good to see you, Mary.
Oh. Wow. It's good.
Hi, Mary.
Wow.
All right, another minute of fellowshipping. I'd like to see a little more fellowshipping.
Hard to have small talk with this many people.
Go, keep talking. You can have. See, we've been waiting for Stanley.
Is Stanley doing all right?
Yeah, Stanley, we've been waiting for you.
Oh, I'm here.
Hey.
Jackie said you wouldn't show up.
What? I'm always here, no matter what.
In spirit, nothing else. Huh?
I'm feeling so much better. I'm doing so many things now. I'm trying to catch up with all things I dropped off. But I almost forgot you, but I'd never forget Rotary.
You look better, Stan.
I feel a lot better, believe me.
Hey, Stan, you look great too.
I just got to gain some weight.
Hey, look, no, be careful with that. It's easy to put it on, hard to take it off.
Yeah, we'll see.
But a gin has a lot of calories, Stan.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll get some.
But Stan, how are your bees doing?
Oh, they're doing well. I think I may have lost one hive, though. I'm not sure. I haven't gotten a chance to look inside, but that's one of my next operations, yes.
I remember bringing my friends there around this time last year and pick a lot of your blackberries. Do you have a lot of blackberries?
They're just about done. They're just about finished. All I have now is jalapenos.
Mm.
The word is out on your blackberries, Stan.
Oh, so you got to catch me early with those.
No, I'm going to do a night raid with a flashlight.
I bet you.
All right, Diane. I've got the hammer and I've got the bell.
All right.
Rotary model.
Service
above cell.
Please join me and stand up. Put your hand over your heart. Pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation,
Under
God, under
God,
God.
with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah, I got mixed up there. Thank you. Now, we will have a moment's silence. Okay, thank you. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Rotary. We've got a great meeting. We've got 19 people, 19 Rotarians. I don't think we've had 19 since our famous outing in the park. So that's good for that. So we have, this is a club assembly. And Al, do you know what a club assembly is, Al?
I can only guess. It's when the club assembles, discusses club business.
Wow.
Yes.
Smart guy.
I tell you, he's gonna. I mean, he's president's potential. Al, delighted. I wasn't. You're the latest on board, and this is your first club assembly, and we kind of muddle through club business, and it gives us an opportunity to catch up with one another. So it's we can, anything goes because we don't have a guest, so we don't have to be on our P's and Q's. Not that we're on our P's and Q's when we have a guest. We are a well-behaved club. I'd like to start with a major announcement. We have 2 new future Rotarians in the offstage. The board has approved the nominations of Kelvin Jones. You'll remember Kelvin. Kelvin's been to our meetings a few times. And I would like you to consider him joining our club. And if I don't hear from you in a week, Kelvin is in. And I think would be a wonderful asset to our club. Our second potential member is my one and only Jackie. Jackie has signed up to become a Rotarian.
Yay.
Humble.
Yay, yay, yay.
Nominee.
I will tell you, do you want to consider her carefully? Because club will never be the same. I think Regina times that call.
It's only when you're on.
So if you don't have a black marble, you don't call me in a week, Jackie will be another Rotarian, and our membership will go up to, I think, 38.
I have a Part A membership form.
I'm sorry?
I said I don't have a Part A membership form. You know Jackie better than most of us.
I saw one.
Pardon me?
I thought I saw one.
Yeah.
I haven't seen one.
Well, I sent one.
Did you?
Yeah,
What'd you send it to?
but you know, it wouldn't be the first time that both Paul and I are wrong. So
Never has happened.
but Randy, after the meeting, I'll make sure you get it. Maybe you missed that.
So I could put it in the file.
I know.
Same for
In fact,
Kelvin.
I know you would let Jackie in without a form.
Never. I don't break the rules.
Randy is turning into a Paul Strong.
My idol.
That's a good thing.
She's just like you, Randy. In fact, you know, now that Jackie's on board, I see an opportunity to really trawl our management around and move forward. Now, will somebody call John Burtis and get him on time? Oh, John's
there he
here.
is.
Oh, John's here.
John's here.
It's Eastern Shore time.
Hey, your ears must have been burning during the fellowship.
I just got off the phone with some guy that got my cell phone that should not have gotten it, but you know how friends are when they give the phone away. So anyway, sorry.
Okay, well, we're happy to see you here, John, because we are expecting a lot from you, you know.
Oh, well, I'm gonna get off here now. I've got nothing to add, so there we go.
Okay, well, seriously, you remember a meeting or so ago, we started to think about a raffle for a golf cart. And when I started to think about that, I said, look, Payne, you got to think more strategically. Let's look at the entire fiscal year from now through next June. What do we need to do? So we need to raise at least $10,000 if we're going to continue to do the things we've done in the past. We actually need more than 10,000. Normally, this time of the year, Paul is telling us, oh, we've made $5,000 plus on crab cakes. Get your money in. Paul's beating us about the shoulders and head to get the money in. But we're not going to have that 5,000. In fact, that train has left the station. So we've got to figure a way to do at least 10,000 or more between now and the end of the year, and end of our fiscal year. And I think you all would agree that crab cakes are very iffy in November. I'd rather go to the racetrack than bet on crab cakes in November. It just doesn't seem like, I think we could do them safely maybe if we got a big enough place, but I don't think people would be anxious to buy crab cakes maybe. So point is, I think they're iffy. So what's left? Well, one of our old tricks is a cash raffle. And the last cash raffle we had, we raised over $3,000, and we really didn't try hard. And by that, I mean, we were a smaller club, and not all our members pulled out the stops. And I think if our membership had some marketing tools, they would be a bit more effective, so we could raise at least $3,000, maybe $4,000 in the cash raffle. So let's just call it $3,500. Then that leaves a $6,500 gap, and with the group we put together to check out whether or not a golf cart would be a feasible raffle, I was amazed at the ideas and enthusiasm just among the committee that Randy put together to look at doing a golf cart raffle. So if we did a cash raffle immediately, like starting tomorrow, we could get that out of the way even if we were to do crab cakes, but we give Randy an opportunity to work with his committee and really do a not a crab cake, but a golf cart raffle when it makes sense. And what I learned is I don't know what I'm doing, but Randy does. So I'm going to hand it over to Randy to talk about a golf cart raffle, and this is where everybody can chime in. So Randy, will you take the lead?
Sure. Just a couple of comments about maybe what, from my perspective anyway, the raffle is not going to be. And that's going to be when everyone is handed a handful of tickets and say, we'll see you after you've sold your handful of tickets, and hopefully everything goes well. We can do that, but you don't need, me or a committee to make that happen. The way I look at this is the objective of the effort is to present the purpose and the accomplishments of the Cape Charles Rotary Club to the community at large. That includes Cape Charles, it can include Exmoor, it can be Onancock, and for that matter, it can be the other Rotary clubs in the district. But when we go out and ask people to, let's say, contribute what might be 20 bucks a ticket and maybe 50 bucks a ticket, we don't know that yet, for a golf cart raffle, it's important that we share with them where that money is really going to be put to use and how it's being put to use. And if we do that, if we happen to raffle off a golf cart in the process, we're way ahead of the game. But we've got a very good story to tell, and there are a lot of ways to tell it. What I hope we're able to do, and the good news, if there's any good news in COVID at all, the fact that it's still with us is going to give us time to work on a broader plan to pull this thing off. But there's a couple of people who have already been involved in perhaps sourcing a cart. We've got some idea of what the financials would look like, but we've got to get together to do that. And I'm not going to name the folks in that group yet because I'm not sure who they're going to be. So that'll be one of my first tasks. But beyond that, I can see at least a dozen activities that are going to require support from the members of the club. It's got to be an all-out thing. If we have 38 members by then, or 39, then there's enough to be done to involve 39 people. That's going to include things like preparing promotional material, signs, posters. I'd like to see a poster in the window of every shop in Cape Charles and Exmoor, telling people about our raffle and telling people about our club. There's the radio stations, there's a newspaper, there are communications to go out in the community, like Joan Natalie's newsletter. There are a lot of ways to get that message out. There are venues we should go to once we get a cart, and it's going to be hard to do this without a cart. So I think we're going to have to try to figure out how to get our cart in advance so we can use it in promotional events. Friday nights in Cape Charles, Onancock does the same sort of thing once a month, maybe more frequently, I'm not sure. People that are having other Rotary meetings to go and make presentations. So there's a lot to be done. The issue is we got to get full participation of the whole club. So I'm going to be a little bit annoying in the future here and be asking people, here's an idea that I want to have worked on. Can we put together 2 or 3 people in a group and work on that idea? And here's another activity, and can we put a few people together to do that? So that through the rest of this summer, we can get ourselves in very, very good, strong position to take this thing, to the rest of the world come the first of the year. We need to determine the time frame, when we want to start, when we want to finish. Ideally, we finish it in the accounting year, which would be before June of next year, so that it's just important to do that. I think Paul would want to see it happen that way. So that's, that's where I am with this thing. There's a lot to be done. It's a big task. It's not to diminish a financial raffle, but something like this we want to do right, because it's going to be determinant to subsequent raffles in the future that we may want to run as a club. And doing a good job the first time make it a heck of a lot easier to do a good job, the next time and the time after that. So that's kind of, in a nutshell, at least the way I'm thinking about this. And be glad for plenty of comments, inputs, going forward. Ideas. A lot of people have presented some ideas. It gets a little sloppy with emails, but for the time being, anyway, I guess that's the way we're going to have to do it. But I hope as groups get formed to take on specific tasks, some careful but face-to-face contact would really be helpful, because you can get a lot done discussing it face-to-face than you can swapping emails.
So let me just understand the idea that we are going to offer a golf cart to the raffle winner.
I didn't hear the first part of that, Maddie.
Are we going to offer a raffle, a golf cart to the raffle winner? So we need to have
the intent. And the other thing we have to determine is there an alternate prize? Because not everyone would want a golf cart. And you might be on that list. I don't know. So we've got to look at financially to see if a cash prize, a cash first prize is an alternative to taking a golf cart. That creates a few issues. Like if someone does that, then we own a golf cart, which means there may have to be another raffle, somewhere down the road. But the team and the committee have got to look at those issues and decide. But that's where we stand on it.
Randy, I can publish this on the Facebook page. However, that's exposed to the world. Suppose somebody decides I'm going to participate in the raffle, and they're in the Los Angeles, California area, and they win. Do we pay for shipping the golf cart to Los Angeles, or is it come and pick it up? You won. How is that going to work?
Well, I think one of the things we probably put in the promotional material, or maybe even on the ticket, if we want to, is we'll deliver within a 100-mile radius of Cape Charles. After that, if somebody in California wins it, they're going to opt for an alternative if there's an alternative prize. If we don't have an alternative prize, we probably aren't going to sell it to somebody in California. So I'll take it to somebody in California.
All right.
They're good-natured and want to help our cause.
Would you
Randy,
think
did you
about,
hear anything back from the other clubs you reached out to yet about how they had done similar raffles?
No. Well, that's not quite true. I got a response from the person that was listed on the website that I saw, and he then delegated it to 2 other people, and I haven't heard back. So I'll probably poke him again. I think it was the Rotary Club in Arizona, which is a come on, that's a pretty easy place to auction off a golf cart. Yeah. But there are, if you just go online and Google Rotary golf cart auctions, you'll probably be amazed at what you start to find. There are a lot of them going on. So
Randy,
there are resources there if we can get people to give us inputs.
Randy, have you thought about as a secondary prize, maybe half the price of the golf cart, which way would give us at least we don't have a golf cart, and we could probably get something up. At least we won't be completely out.
Yeah, I think if we offered a cash prize as an alternative, again, it's a matter of crunching the numbers and seeing what we can do and what we can't do, or how much risk we want to put into this thing. But I would suspect that the cash prize would be less than the value of the golf cart.
Absolutely.
Are we talking about in terms of the golf cart? Is it like over $6,000, $7,000?
If we go with a new cart, there have been some discussions with people. We can probably get a cart that costs in that range you just mentioned, $6,500. If we have a used cart refurbished and it's going to look like new, it may, and it's hopefully it would act like new. That lowers our cost considerably. We can probably do something there and really put a nice cart, into the program for maybe $3,000. So again.
So we need to sell how many tickets? Double the cost of the price.
Well,
in order to
that's
get
a good
our money.
Let me give you a general answer. Okay. If it was a new cart, we probably, and we sold tickets for $50, I think have to sell 250 tickets. Somebody do the math real quick and make sure that my memory's okay. By the same token, if we were to sell a refurbished cart and maybe a $20 ticket, then we have to sell 400 tickets.
So how much money are we going
We have to balance, we have to, evaluate that and decide what can we really do? Is it easier to sell $420 tickets or $250 $50 tickets?
Randy, a suggestion for promoting this is once a cart has been identified, that a good-looking picture be taken of it, and we distribute that to everyone, and each of us can make copies of that picture, and with each sale or trial for sale, we will show the cart, and that will promote, I think, sales.
Well, let me tell you, Alan, you just got yourself on one of the 12 committees that I have in mind, which is the preparation of the marketing materials. So.
I was afraid that might happen.
More suggestions from anyone else now that you see how this works.
Are there any regulations in the state about holding raffle tickets?
The last task on the list is legal issues, and I don't have to tell you who's going to be asked to be on that list. It's going to be Brother Burtis. So, yeah, there are issues.
I think we ought to steal. We start out by stealing a cart, then we can make a lot more money. And whoever runs the raffle goes to jail for stealing and running the raffle.
There you go. But, so yeah, it's an issue we have to understand and know how to handle it. The winner, I think, is liable for income taxes on it. So,
Randy, we have not Legan but we have Malcolm Hayward here in town who sells new carts. He's always been very generous in lots of things I've been involved in. I would think you don't have to commit. You just say, Malcolm, what can you give us for $6,000 or $7,000? You don't have to buy a cart. So you say, here's the kind of cart you can get. They may want a blue cart instead of an orange one or whatever it is. And I think if you do this, you try to make like 10 grand. And if you do 10 grand, you're talking about selling, 300 tickets or so, and that's not even 10 per member, and the only thing I think about is you've got a lot of people in town right now. I'm not saying you can start this tomorrow, but there are a lot of tourists in town, and this golf cart thing is a big deal. If there's any chance of getting this thing loaded and running by, the end of August, it might be a great opportunity to get people who won't be here in September, October, or whatever.
First of all, to your comment about Malcolm, there's already been contact made and discussions, and I think they're more than willing to work with us as much as possible.
So that would obviate the whole problem about the cash. So you say to me, John, you can have this golf cart, you got $6,500 to spend with Malcolm or whatever it is, or you can have the cash, and we don't have to worry about it. And then say you pick it up at Malcolm's, we don't deliver, any of that kind of stuff. You make it as simple as possible. But those are kind of separate issues. The timing of it, you know, if you're going to sell a convertible or a boat, you know, you sell them at certain times of year. And a golf cart, I would think, would be more marketable now than each month that goes into the fall. You get a little less interest. You know, it just seems to me. Don't know that for sure.
I think the seasonality of it is important. I just think trying to get it done with COVID still, you know, a big issue, and the fact that you know, if we're going to go out and really have a sales campaign to get it organized and to get the materials finished, I'm not comfortable with that. I do think though that if we start it first or second month of next year and try to carry this thing through, I would like to see us have a grand event, you know, around the 4th of July with the drawing.
Yeah, exactly.
Stretches it out a bit longer, but it would take it into that issue of people interested in the golf carts being back in town,
right,
in the spring and early summer.
And I'll be honest, I don't know. Bill Stram may know something. You've done raffles on guns and things like that. What is the state law on that, Bill? Do you know?
Well, the law is, I mean, you know, it's different for various types of organizations. So if you're a nonprofit organization, it's different than if you're a for-profit organization. So,
well, I mean, the Rotary would be similar to the Legion. It's a fraternal sort of organization. What have you found out?
We haven't had any problems. You know, it's reported on our taxes and stuff, and so it's okay to do it through our gaming thing. So
right.
And the money goes for a worthwhile cause. So
right. No, I don't think. But there are a lot of things that are allowable that we think about that are not necessarily legit. If somebody really presses, you know, I mean, and you just don't know. So I mean, I don't know the answer to that off the top of my head. What's legit and what's not legit about? Because you're talking about now, Randy, selling $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 worth of raffle tickets. So it's not a $500 shotgun, you know, or whatever it is. It's a little bigger deal, and it will garner some attention. Somebody may think it's inappropriate and make us prove that we have the right to do that legally. And I just don't know, but I'll be happy to find out. I just don't know.
Thank you. Anybody else?
I do have one other comment. And when I checked with Eastern Shore Custom Works, they did make it be known that there is a lot of interest in Cherry Stone. A lot of their rentals go over to Cherry Stone. So that's one place that we need to advertise heavily. So I just want to say.
That's a real good point. And in fact, again, one of the items on the list is a team that contacts the various venues where we could go with this card and promote it. And we've got multiple campgrounds right here in our backyard, which would be part of that. There's also a big campground up in Chincoteague. So you know, you got to have the card. That'll be one of our issues. Good point.
I have
Somebody speaking, I can't hear them.
Tom, I think, is speaking.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Going into the next year, I was thinking about, since we can't do the crab cakes, I was thinking other items that we have, which the Eastern Shore is famous for, is the heckfish cake. You don't hear many people talk about that, but the heckfish cake is as good as a crab cake. In some cases, it's better. And it's usually what the Eastern Shore people who know more about. It's like that sweet potato that we are famous for. And I feel obligated to mention another method of raising money. I would like to look into the Heckfish cake, which is very good, and I think would be less effort in making the cake than doing the crab. I don't think you would have as much to do as far as getting the ice and getting all this other stuff together. And I think with the right people who are guiding us and making the cake, it would go on good. And I mention this because I usually don't like to do raffles. And that's a personal thing with me, but I wouldn't want to come against something when without offering maybe another possibility of us earning some money for the Rotary. So if you want to, I can look into the making of that cake. This is a special dried out fish, fresh prepared just for making that kind of a fish cake. I don't know how many people who ever tasted it or had it, but you might ask somebody who had had a fish cake sandwich. So I just throw it out there. I'll be glad to look into it.
Well, Tom, look into it. I encourage you to look into it and get back as quickly as possible, you know, with all the details. And
but I don't think we could do it. I don't think we could do it this year, considering the COVID, because I don't know how safe it would be handling food like we do with the crab cakes. That's why I said maybe after the pandemic, I don't know how soon we'll be out of this, but going forward, next into next year.
yeah, well, look, Tom, do the research, and you know, we'll look at it. We can put it on the shelf. We don't have to do it right away, but it's good to have another option in our back pocket. Okay. And did I hear you say you are selling tickets now? Did you have a change of heart about selling tickets?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard that. We'll have to find another assignment for you. So, any other questions for Randy?
Randy,
go ahead, Mike.
Since I work at Cherry Stone part-time, I could be the contact to find out if they in fact would do something like that with the Rotary. Because I think that would be a first step to find out, because that would be a big sale. You know, we've got 40 carts there, plus Malcolm and Smitty also have carts there every weekend sold out. So I'd be glad to make that contact and find out if they would permit us to do that.
Fantastic. That'd be good. You're on the list.
Also, do we have a trailer to trailer this thing around?
Yes.
Okay, good.
You know, Randy has got this thing covered. I really have to thank you for your leadership here. But the timing is right. The market is strong. You can't get a golf cart today if you want it. They're all sold out. So the demand is there. We've got an opportunity. I think we have to seize it. Plus, we have a responsibility to raise a ton of money. So in summary, we're going to shoot for over $10,000 this fiscal year, and we're going to come at it with a cash lotto, which is really, as Randy said, baby stuff. If we can't pull off a simple cash raffle, and it'll be a good warm-up for getting in the spirit for the big deal later on in the fiscal year. So Randy, once again, thank you for your leadership, and we're going to shift gears. There's this crazy guy, Burtis was concerned about his Happy Dollar dues. Can you tell me about that, Randy?
I would really prefer not to, but yeah, there are a few people that have this potential of a second mortgage to pay off their Happy Dollar commitment that they've made during during the COVID crisis. So it forced me to look at the whole situation. So I give you a little feedback on it and at least tell you what I've concluded, unless somebody has a problem with it. We have so far $630 committed in happy dollars during the Zoom era of meetings. 120 of that has already been paid. So there's $510 out there. And we thought about, well, let's just invoice everyone now. Couple problems with that. Number one, most of the balances are less than 20 bucks. So it's just an inconvenience to write a check for whatever, just to, have this thing happen. Plus that would zero the accounts and we'd start all over again. And we just have to do it, again at the end of some time when we decide to start meeting person to person. So my conclusion, John, is I'm not going to send out the certificates now and ask people to pay up the balance. But anybody that feels as though they'd like to know their balance, send me an email and I'll be glad to let you know. And I'm sure we'll take a check.
Okay.
That's where we stand with Happy Dollars.
Hey, Randy, I'm glad you mentioned that because that was one of my concerns about 2 weeks ago when I asked if it could be included in the invoice that we were just receiving. I know mine is probably close to a second mortgage, so I'd rather just go ahead and pay it off. It's done with.
If Reggie and I pay, you won't have any problem, I think.
I've got the solution here. Why don't we just bill Reggie and John for $5,000 and go off and have fun?
We could just auction off their homes.
I'll take care of everything.
Those are the two big money bags.
I don't have a golf cart, but Dora has one out back, and I'll just get that. And Neil's cousin has. I'll have 2 golf carts I can steal real quickly. So.
Yeah, and you should eliminate me from that list, Bill, and just have John do all of that. Pay for everything.
Hey, Bill, let me give a report on something. Just change the subject for a second. I sent Katie.
No, do you want me to send you your bill?
Yes, send me a bill. I'll pay you. I promise. That's why I asked. I just didn't want to. I know it's $100 or more. It probably is.
Yes, I would like mine as well, Randy.
No,
happiness.
You got to really go to catch up to him, Reg.
I sent a text to Katie Nunez. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I sent a text to Katie Nunez about Mark. There's usually a little lag between getting back from her. She got back to me. She was very pleased, thought it was very generous, and she will get back to me, Bill, about whatever kind of presentation we may do. And it may be just you and I, maybe just you, don't know. But we'll work out something. But they're prepared. They're happy about it. Mark has done a lot of work with the Knights of Columbus, as some of you may know, in addition to what he's done to help us. So he has been a good community servant in time past. So that is in the works, and we'll be ready to deliver that soon.
I'd like to share with the club. I don't think everybody knows, but the club has made Mark Nunez a Paul Harris Fellow, and we have the. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
And we have the pin, and it's just we don't want to inconvenience Katie and Mark, but we sure want to get this to them. John has a very close relationship. John and Sela with the Nunez's. Jackie and I have been almost thrown out of restaurants having lunch and dinner with them. They are just a fun group. But we wish him well, and we'll continue to pray for Mark as we go forward. Thank you, John, for mentioning.
I have a question. Have the dinners started from to the Nunez's? I thought we were going to sponsor some dinners.
Yes. The other thing we did, and the board made a decision on this. We decided to buy 2 days worth of dinners, 10 dinners for Mark and Katie. Roberta interfaced with Katie on that. I do not know, John, if they've started. And at the risk of embarrassing John, the reason they didn't start was because Sela and John had arranged that dinners be provided for a period of time. But I will, I'm not going to call Katie and ask her, but I will call Roberta and see if that started. So that's.
I don't know the answer to that either, but yeah, we did provide some meals, and I didn't mean to interfere with that. I thought Roberta was working independently, but anyway, I think if you call Roberta, she'll let you know. I don't know the answer to that.
Okay. All right. John Burtis is on our list here because as chairman of the nominations committee, I wondered, John, if you've been able to recruit members for your committee.
I have not. I have nothing to report there. I'm sorry to say.
No, you don't have to report anything. The report we're looking from you, we'll just wait. But meanwhile, if anybody would like to join with John in helping him out, now's the time to just say, hey, John, I'm on your team.
Jump in there.
Bill Murphy just raised his hand.
Always that. Here's the thing: if you're on the committee, the chances are you won't be selected. So that might be a reason to get on the committee.
Yeah, it's a good one.
There's a certain vice president who was on a committee. Remember Cheney? Cheney was on the selection committee for VP.
Right.
He picked himself.
Oh, that's funny. John, I'll join you as well.
Okay, thanks.
Hey, Robert, you look like you're sitting on the throne.
Yeah.
No, my battery went down, so I had to plug it in. I got on the floor.
I was going to ask. I just wanted to be sure.
Hey, well, John, we wish you the best of luck with your committee, and we can get away from that now. We do need a volunteer to chair the awards committee. And you might ask, what is the awards committee? Oh, everybody knows what the awards committee is?
What is the awards committee?
Thank you, Diane. The awards committee is made up of 2 or more people who will collect all the good deeds our club performs across the year. So at the end of the fiscal year, when the district says, step up and get your awards for doing this right and doing that right, and there's a whole list of things that you can do right, that all we have to do is write it down. So essentially it's kind of an administrative job, but you have to keep track. If you don't keep track, you'll forget that you did it. So I'd like somebody to head that up. I'm not going away, by the way. You will hear about this every meeting, and you're lucky we can't go face to face because I will approach you face to face, you know that, and ask for things. So, you know, enjoy it while you can, because, you know, once we get past this germ thing, the pressure's gonna be tighter. So, another thing that's on the horizon, and it's this week, on August 1st, and Regina, you might be very interested in this. On August 1st, the district is having 4 seminars on the foundation and how grants work and how international grants work. But you have to sign up for it. And Bill Stram is the expert on how you sign up for it. So Bill, can you share with us how you do that?
Not only that, not only the foundation, but at the same time, there are 4 seminars on membership. I just need, and the membership is come to a meeting, serve if you may, you will fall in love with Rotary. Another one is today is about you. It's true. There is not a better Rotarian than you. The third one is, okay, I'm sorry. There's only 3 of them. The third one is you have service in your hearts. Will give you skills and tools. You can steer your club in any direction you choose. So my question to everybody here, before I get into it, is, did everybody get an email from the district governor, Judy Cockrell, about these seminars?
I did.
Yeah,
Register?
I did.
And to register?
Yes.
Because you are the only one that can register yourself. We can't register you. So if you've got one and you still have the email, you can click on the register button and it will take you to the district's database, which is called DAC-DB. I hate to even ask for a show of hands of people here that have been on DAC-DB, but.
Go ahead, show of hands. DAC-DB, let's see some hands.
Okay, so Alan, how come your hand wasn't up?
I already have a commitment on August 1st.
Okay, well, I didn't say, I just said how many have been on DAC-DB. So anyway, okay. So, because you have information on there and you can update your information, put in your personal stuff like, you know, who your spouse is, when your wedding anniversary is, when your birth date is, a picture of you. So I encourage you to go on there. Now, it's just like My Rotary. So if you've registered for My Rotary, the same credentials will get you into DAC-DB. So I'm going to, can I just share the screen and go to DAC-DB?
Yeah, you sure can.
Okay.
You're sharing now, Bill.
I know. Okay, so this is to me from our district governor, and it shows register now. So I'm going to hit the register now, but there.
You're written there. You're not really showing. It just says you started.
Oh, sharing is paused.
Okay. Have you clicked on the share button?
No, but I'll tell you what. Let me do this then. I'm just going to go. I did click on it. Bring your shared window to the front. Okay.
Okay, Diane, help him out.
I'm not sure what the problem
It says resume share. Let me do it again. Is it sharing?
Okay, Bill, you can stop the process and then he can start it again.
Okay, well, I'll do that. Just give me a second here, please.
Well, I meant Bill, the president.
You want me to?
Well, you can stop it so he can start again.
Where do I stop it?
I think you have a green button that says stop.
Oh, okay. Let me see that. Yeah, okay. I have to, because you're right now, you're sharing. Okay, okay, I had to stop.
It has not stopped.
So you could go on.
It has not stopped.
Okay. This will stop others. Do you want to continue? No. Okay, now I think I've stopped you. There's a multiple participants can share. I just clicked that. Try it
Yeah.
now, Bill.
No change.
Do you have any?
Let me try something else.
Do you see at the top, it says you're viewing Bill Strom's screen?
Oh, yeah.
And then it has view options, and one of the view options is to stop it.
Okay.
That only you can do that.
Okay, I did that now. Okay, Bill, go ahead. And the rest of you, thank you for your patience.
He's disappeared, so there may be a problem on his end.
Oh, my end?
Oh, there he is.
The host has stopped your sharing.
Yeah.
That's what it says.
Right, because we couldn't see anything.
Okay, start again, Bill.
All right, I'm gonna try again.
Hey, Bill, Bill is authorized to share, right?
Yeah, I've got the share screen checked, and I think I've turned off Diane. And,
do you see
there's
my...
Bill. There's Bill.
Okay.
I think we see it. Is this
Okay, you
a
see
mailbox?
the email from Judy Cockrell, right?
Okay,
well,
we're just seeing the top of your.
Do you see this where it says register now?
No.
No, what we see are the commands. So you must have something covering the actual content of the email.
Yeah.
We know you have 364 messages in your inbox.
Oh, yeah, I know that. Okay, let me see if I can scroll this up. Can you see that now where it says register now?
No.
You need to go to another window that has the Judy's email.
So are you trying to show us the email, or are you trying to show us the website?
Well, I'll tell you what, now I'm getting this thing here. It's now I'm just, I'm kind of locked out here. So I'm going to go back to meeting. All right. Now I can't even go back to the meeting here. So,
Okay, so
Stop share.
Bill Payne, just take him out.
Yeah.
because there's some
Okay.
technical-
Okay. So let me.
Bill, you meant well. Bill, thanks for trying, but I would ask you to make one final plea for.
You have to register before close of business tomorrow. The cost is $5 for each one. There's a Rotary Foundation Basics, and they're each at a different 1 hour, and they're each at a different hour. And so I would ask you to, if you're interested, to register. If you can't find that email.
Oh, Diane is showing it.
Yeah, we got your email. It's up on the screen.
Okay, so
Yeah,
there's the
showing
register. There's the register thing. So you go in there, but only you can register yourself. So go to the DACDB, and if you don't know how to get to it, just look up DACDB Virginia Rotary or District 7600, and it'll give you a link to there. And you, like I said, your My Rotary login information is the same, would be the same for that. Go in there, then go to calendars, the district calendars, and you'll find the 1st of August, and that's what you register for. And if you have any problems doing that, just give me a call, and I'll walk you through it. Okay.
Thank you, Bill.
And registration is up until July 29th, which is tomorrow.
Right.
Yes. I knew you would pull us out, Diane. Thank you so much. Bill, thank you. Now, I didn't know about the
membership
seminars. So Stanley, I would like you to seriously consider joining one of those. I'm going to join one of the foundation things because you never can get too smart on foundation because they keep changing it. So you have to keep yourself current. If $5 is a problem for you, Paul will pay it. Paul will pay your $5.
Gladly.
So, and it's 1 hour. You know, your Saturday isn't all on the links or going shopping. Take an hour out for yourself and for Rotary. We want to make this club. We don't want to be the dumb club. We want to be the smart club. So let's make ourselves smart on Rotary stuff. So it's 1:01. So since it's an hour now, I will ask you once again, call your buddy, invite a friend, and look what when you invite a friend, we get Jackie. See, I invited Jackie to join one of our clubs, and she wants to become one of our meetings, and she wanted to become a Rotarian. So let me know if you don't want Jackie or Reggie. You got 5 days. And I will ask you, because we're running short, we're going to skip Happy Dollars today, and we will go to Diane. We will go to the 4-way test.
Okay, I didn't know we were going to skip Happy Dollars, so let me get that
I hope
set
I didn't
up.
throw you off.
Yes, you did, but that's all right.
I'd like to make one more suggestion, and that is that Diane have a Zoom seminar, because I don't find using Zoom very user-friendly as far as sharing things is concerned.
Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that the next assembly.
Yeah, that'll be
I don't
fine.
think we need to take up everybody's time with it, but not everybody will be interested in learning the mechanics of all that. But
Well, we can do a separate one. That's a good idea, Paul.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, with respect to what we think, say, and do, 1, is it the truth? 2, is it fair to all? 3, will it build good, better friendships? 4, will it be beneficial to all
concerned?
Thank you
And
so
5?
much. And I
Wait a
will.
minute, wait. What's number 5?
Oh, yeah, Stan, what's number 5?
Well, we have fun.
There you go. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.